The blood was already dry. I could feel it pulling the skin tight beneath my eye, sharp and swollen. The other one wept tears I couldn't stop, reflex more than grief. She stood in the doorway, purse in hand, keys trembling slightly. Her eyes flicked across me, my bruised face, split lip, no words, no questions, just a hollow nod, and she turned, left. Behind her they laughed, her brothers, loud, crude, sprawled across my chair, drinking my whiskey, their boots muddy on my floor. One raised his glass toward me in mock salute. The other smirked, flipping through my mail as if it belonged to him. I said nothing, sat still, waiting. Not for them, for the lock to click again, for what was coming next. It wasn't always this way. A marriage built on quiet moments, mornings of coffee and shared smiles, or so I believed, until the distance began creeping in. Late nights she couldn't explain, a coldness in her gaze, whispers behind closed doors when family came to stay. Her brothers moved in 3 months ago, just until they get on their feet, she had said. Their glances told another story, their ownership of my space, of her. The bruises didn't start with fists, they started with words. Shifts of power, small humiliations dressed as jokes. And in the silence that followed, her silence, I saw the truth. An alliance, built behind my back, I began to watch. Not openly, quietly. Phone records, bank statements, messages she thought were deleted. They were planning something. I knew it in my bones. The way they moved through the house, speaking in coded fragments, money withdrawn in small amounts, my name slowly removed from shared accounts, an apartment rented downtown in her name only. One message I found twisted everything. Sharp. He won't fight back. He never does. It wasn't fear that gripped me then. It was understanding. They wanted me broken. Easier to discard, easier to replace. So I waited, while inside, something colder than rage began to grow. The final piece arrived in a thin manila envelope, a private investigator, paid in cash, discreet. Inside, photos, documents, her signature on a lease with another man, hotel receipts, dinner dates, and worse, legal papers, filed without my knowledge. Divorce, sole claim to the house, restraining order drafts prepared in advance, all built on a single narrative, the weak husband, the violent drunk, a man who needed to be removed. My bruised face in the mirror, a stage prop in their performance. I ran my fingers along the edge of the paper, cold, unshaken. I would not confront her with words, not yet. The lock clicked again. I stood. They looked up, expecting her, but it wasn't her. It was the officer I had called 30 minutes prior. Quiet, professional, a single nod between us. Officers, I said evenly. These men assaulted me. Witness statements filed, medical reports submitted. I handed them the file, photos, the PI's report, the messages. Their grins evaporated. The smirk replaced with confusion, then panic. As the cuffs clicked shut, one of them spat, "She won't believe you." I only smiled. "She won't need to," I said, because waiting in her inbox, time-stamped and undeniable, was everything. Every lie, every betrayal. I had sent it 10 minutes before the knock. When she returned, the house was empty. Only the faint smell of whiskey and sweat remained. The envelope waited for her on the kitchen table. Her phone already buzzing, messages she couldn't ignore. I watched from the car across the street, not out of longing, not to see her break, but to mark the moment. The moment she understood, the game was done. Not with violence, but with truth. And as her knees buckled beneath her, clutching the damning papers, I drove away. Lighter, colder, finished. Some betrayals cut deeper when the blade is unseen.